None other
than JKAZ is giving a clap over here. Listen, I have to just say this very early too.
Like I'm someone important right now.
You're important. Listen,
you can't release rhythms like that.
And anyone at home listening to the tune right now is probably asking, who is this? So we've now got who this is right here. So tell me about yourself, man. Let's take it all
rewind. Go on, do the sound effects, Sarah. You got this.
I just think about carnival now. Literally make me feel like I'm in carnival.
Yeah,
for sure.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Then
we went Notting Hill and came back.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, I go by the name JKAZ. I'm a UK dancehall artist, but I do a bit of everything. So you might catch me on some drill, you might catch me on some grime. And the latest little clip that came out
which
this
I
week
definitely saw
was garage.
Yeah,
it was a little garage thing. So
I saw that.
We're taking it back in the days. You know, my older sister always used to listen to garage, so kind of sunk in a little bit. So
where are you originally from too?
Yeah, I'm based from the Midlands, so that's everyone from Northampton. That's the place still.
Okay,
Northampton's making a lot of noise now. Shouts Izzy and Slow Tie. I don't know if you're familiar with them, two artists, but yeah, they're doing big things. So yes, it's one community
on the map.
What kind of music was you listening to? Because because obviously you pronounce your words in a different way when you're in a lot of tunes. So what kind of music was you into? Because it's all natural. You could tell it is.
Initially, I think, to be honest, the first genre that I ever really took into was actually rock. Funny enough.
Real?
Really?
Yeah.
No, touch on that one. I'll tell you why.
I had the album. Was that album or was it a single? But it was a CD. It was the Red Stripes, and it was like that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I think, and I had a Linkin Park album, the one with like.
Oh yeah, we
know them back in the days when you open it up and it had like all the artwork, like all the graffiti and that.
I love that.
Yeah. I used to like go there and like read the credits and stuff. But yeah, that was the first, and then I got introduced to dancehall through Elephant Man. Elephant Man was the first artist.
Legendary.
Bad man forward.
Yeah, because he was very melodic, so it just caught my attention. And then from that, I remember probably around 2006 is when I got introduced into grime. I remember I was watching TV and it was the JME video. I can't remember what song it was, but it was just on the road outside. It was like he was just walking on the road outside his house with his durag. I can't remember the Serious. It was Serious.
Of course. Channel U days.
I was gonna say Channel U, but I was like, I don't know.
Boy better know.
That song changed my life because before that I didn't really know any UK music.
Yeah, that one, isn't it?
UK music wasn't really.
So shut your mouth. That's what
Jamie has some rhythms back in the day. LimeWire days.
He's back.
He's got some rhythms still. But I just listen to. Now I just try to listen to as much as I can. Like when I'm driving, I try to just listen to some random radio stations.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a bit of a headache because I don't know, like recently I feel like the music's got watered down, so it's hard to find good music right now. Like I can't really remember the last album I listened to and fully enjoyed, like from start to finish without skipping. I can't really remember which one that was. That might have been actually probably Dave's album.
I was just thinking,
and then before that was JKAZ, but that was a year before that.
Yeah,
probably.
I literally was thinking about the other day.
I was thinking
that was like 2 years ago, and I'm still listening to that.
I'm still caught up on Dave. Best album out so far.
Is that something that you're looking to do? An album that resonates with people, that people can listen to from start to finish?
Yeah, but I don't know, I just feel like people come to see music differently, so I don't know if that's even possible anymore. Because no one's really sitting down and taking 40 minutes to listen to an album. Like Dave's different because I don't know,
it's a story. Also, it helps when it's a story, I guess.
But when it's a story, the replayability is not really that high. I don't think that's the only thing. On first listen it's crazy, but when you listen, like no one really watches the same movie 2-3 times unless it's a mad movie. I mean there's some movies that you'll watch 2 or 3 times, you know, just like Rush Hour or something like that. But like I don't know, like for album wise, especially for UK artists, I don't know, it's just a bit tricky. I don't know if UK people are really. Actually, no, it's like Stormzy's album, JKAZ album, and Dave's album. They're 3 albums that were mad. But apart from that, UK albums, I don't really. Maybe you're
not wrong.
But there's not many.
To be honest, you're not wrong.
On singles.
Those 3.
Yeah, there's more singles.
A whole lot of singles and chart songs.
No, it's true.
Or like mixtapes. I remember Best of Gigs Part 2. That was
man.
That's legendary. But
let's take it back for the listeners.
Who
may not know you. So obviously, I want to know, how did you even start to get into music? Where did your musical journey begin?
Well, apparently when I was young, I used to like hit things like drums. So
can you play the drums?
I used to play drums. I fell off now.
Proper.
I did some gradings and I got to grade 6. It was only 2 more to complete it, but I was just
high grade.
It goes up to 8.
It goes up to 8.
And when I was doing it, there was no 7, so it went from 6 to 8.
About percussion.
But I did that, and then I played a bit of bass guitar. but I couldn't really catch it, and then I broke a string and I never bought another one on. It's just still in my room. But yeah, and then I did a bit of songwriting, but I was terrible. But my cousin was a rapper.
Okay.
And I looked up to my cousin. Like, I still look up to him, to be honest. And like, he was just cool because he was just, you know, and someone's older cousin with the man, and he's just barring and that. So I used to emulate him, and then he used to say I was rubbish or whatever. And then one time I just caught it, and he was like, "Yeah, that's hard." And then from then, no one can tell me nothing really.
Okay.
I could see the confidence from early.
Yeah.
I got his stamp of approval, so you know what I mean. That was a big thing for me back then. So
yeah. And obviously, you listen to a diverse portfolio of music. What particular style would you say inspires your music?
I think it's a bits and bobs of everything. I think as of late, I think one problem I have is that I still like to listen to the music that when I came into music that gave me the buzz, but then you have to listen to the landscape of things right now to remain relevant, or you'll be a dinosaur around.
No, it's true.
A lot of self-driving cars, for a metaphor, but yeah, just trying to. Yeah.
Well, you say that, but right now it's like Afro swing seems to be very prominent in every new artist. That seems like, at least, but you come from a completely different angle. Yeah. Is that something that you've consciously done?
Well, in terms of not doing Afro swing,
yeah,
I don't know, like, because the thing is, I've been doing like the singing things, like I've been messing around with music for years. Like, I don't know if you've like ever searched my YouTube, but you can go back years and there's videos. So I've been doing like the singy, like melodic things since like probably like 2011, and that was way before the wave started. So now it feels like it's better for me now because it feels like people are more receptive to it. So
when did you discover that you could sing?
To be honest, I don't really sing, no. But I'll vibe, and I know how to tell the vibe.
You can hold a note though.
Yeah, like
I personally think.
Yeah, sometimes. By luck, nah, joke. Like, you see,
with a good producer.
Yeah, and an engineer, and they give them their props. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of know how this stuff works. Like with autotune, like there's like a technique to it. You have to sing like with it, not try to sing and make it like fix. You have to like kind of like mesh. Yeah, you have to work with it. So just through practice, you kind of figure it out. I mean, I've got some songs on the web that aren't really the best representation of that, but it takes more than one go.
It's a journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how long would you say you've actually been doing music, like officially?
I don't know. Like, I get that question quite a bit, and I never really know how to answer it. To be honest, I'd say maybe I think the first proper release that actually did something decent was a song I did called Never That, and that dropped in April 2017. But I was never really consistent because I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So I don't really know the answer to that question, to be honest, but I just do stuff and
done bits like here and there.
Gwarn Bad.
Yeah.
Listen, this is one of the tunes that's one of the tunes of the summer.
You've been bursting to go into.
I really like this tune. I'm telling you, it's a tune.
It is a rhythm.
So tell me even about the studio session. With Shauna and working with Shauna, that tune, how it came about.
Yeah, shout out Shauna, she's a real one still. Because even how that came about was shouts to my bro Nathan Hector.
Shouts to Nathan. We co-signed them here.
Yeah, because I've been working with he put out, it's a mad long story, but yeah, he put out a tweet and he was like, looking for upcoming artists to work with or whatever, and I saw the tweet and it had bare retweets. And I thought, I'm just gonna allow it. He probably got bare emails, so I thought, let me not do it. And then I don't know if he put it on Insta, but then someone DM'd me saying, you might as well send a song. So I sent a song, and then he hit me up and he was showing me proper love. He's like, he's like, I've heard of you before, like I like how you're working, whatever, let's get in a session. So I did a session with him, and then from that, like, he's been proper supporting me. Like, he put like one of my things on his page, like his actual IG page. Like, not a lot of people would do that for you. This is true. So he did that, and then like he was co-signing me on Twitter, and then one time, for real, and then he co-signed me on Twitter, and then she saw one of the videos that he was reposting and was like, right, how come I ain't heard of this guy before? And then we followed each other, and then we're like, we'll do a tune. And then that was some time before, and then I had the tune, because initially I recorded the whole song myself. Okay. So I actually had a second verse on the song, but it just wasn't sitting. Like, the song was a vibe, but it was like kind of missing something. It was all on the same level. So I felt like it needed a different kind of energy. So I just hit her up, and then like she was like really enthusiastic about it as well, which is good, because a lot of people, when you shout them for collabs, everyone's too cool for school. Yes, with her, like, she was like, I really like the tune. Like, I think you're talented, like, let's do it. And then one thing I can really respect about her as well is like she meant what she said. She's like, let's get a session, let's do it. And then she was really proactive with it. And then even when we recorded the tune, she was like, okay, so how are we gonna put it out together? And then we sat on the phone, and then like whatever, we was talking, and like we came up with a plan, and then she followed through. And then I wanted to do the video, and like some artists will move along with you when it's video time, and ask for this, ask for that. She was just like, let's just pattern the video, let's make sure it's something that we're both comfortable with. And then she came through, and you know what I mean. So yeah, shout out Shauna. But yeah, I record. So I took my verse off, I sent it to her, and then we booked a session, and then I went with her to record it, and then I mixed. I took the vocals away and mixed it in with mine.
Very sick.
Nice.
It's such an amazing.
Who produced that? 'Cause the beat is hard.
Very much so.
I F's with the beat.
It was. This is very bad.
The producer, the producer police is mad right now.
Shame.
I'll have. Nah, who was it?
We're gonna cut the interview and come back.
It was Skirmisher.
We are experiencing.
Okay.
Skirmisher. Oi.
That's the producer.
Yeah.
The phone was like, my phone was just like, no, my phone was disgusted. The producer speaking to me from my phone. But okay, and when the session was happening, obviously the lyrics itself, you know, it's got that feel good tune. It's definitely a summer banger. Definitely a summer banger. It is. I'm putting this out there. So when everyone's like, I was a summer banger, we're saying it's a summer banger. Okay, you heard it here first from Nyamka, from LDNRBS. But anyway, going back to you. So obviously with it, it's got such a good vibe feeling. Can't speak today for some reason. And with the lyrics itself, obviously you wrote them. Yeah. What was your inspiration behind that song? Who was Gwarn Bad?
I think it was.
I want to know.
To be honest,
who was Gwarn Bad?
She wants the mix up.
I always fish. We already know. She go now.
Fishing. To be honest, I think that the lyrics were sponsored by Smirnoff. To be honest,
what?
Day.
The lyric. You're saying you was sorry.
Yeah, he's too quick for you. Clearly,
I know.
He's way too quick for you.
I know. He actually is.
Catch that one over your head.
I'll give you that one. Still.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I think Smirnoff inspired that one. I was literally. Do you know what it was? Because I recorded. I don't know if you know my other song. I did a remix of Senseless. So I remixed that tune, and then I was like, with my Senseless remix, I found like a new flow and a new melody and a new way to attack songs. So I was kind of like, I sent it. My boy was like, do you know what, you need to kind of stay on this wave. So I had that in my thought. All right, cool. Let me kind of attack it similarly to how I attacked the previous song, and it just kind of came out. Like, just tried to be a bit playful with it, like especially with that lines like, "Girl in uni says she wants study, man, just try and."
I know, but there's truth behind that, you know. That's how
it's real.
That's how I was
it's
like,
real. Let's be honest.
And truth behind these lyrics.
Yeah, so I like to try. I like to lyrics are a big thing for me. So I definitely like to input them where I can without trying to break up the vibe of the song. Cause most vibe songs don't really have a lot of lyrical content, so we have to be careful with it. People don't really want to think too much.
Off the back of this song and some of the clips that I've been seeing you put out, I can only imagine this thing's going to keep on rising. Literally. So I would even say, where do you think, or what are you trying to achieve in the next few years?
Overall, I think the goal is always to be self-reliant. So anything I can do that can help me to be able to do stuff without exterior support or support out of within my immediate team, like in every aspect of my life, then that's definitely the goal. So hopefully music can help provide that, but we're looking at trying to venture into other things as well. So
like
hopefully
you don't want to tell you this
like all kind of aspects, different kind of like business and entrepreneurialism,
like that. I like that.
So some like catering stuff, food stuff,
sick
stuff. That's what we're trying to get into. So it's mostly about, like, at this stage I'm still pretty much at the research stage. I think it's important to know the market that you want to get into. So before
you've got a brain.
Anytime you start that, let LDNRBS know too. We will put that out, man, for sure. That's sick. I think that's so sick.
Here with some products.
That's sick. We love that.
I hope it's Rum Punch.
Very sick.
I can imagine a JKAZ Rum Punch. I'm just putting that out there.
That's a good idea. Management, you clock that.
Write it down.
Put that in the notes.
And remember to run me my check.
Do you feel like that is? Do you feel like that's really important too, to make sure that you do what you need to do to be self-reliant in this industry?
100%. Like, self-reliance is, like, to be honest, everyone should have their own understanding of what success is to them. Like, self-reliance might not be success to someone, but I just know me. I understand my body, I understand my brain. Like, I know what irritates me and I know what makes me feel happy. And like, self-reliance is definitely something that, like, who really wants to ask someone for something? Like, that makes my skin crawl, honestly. Like, and you have to do it. Like, even when I first started music, I was DMing DJs and I was like, oh, do you want a jingle? Like, yeah, can you play my song? Like, and like, you have to do it, but at the same time, it would really, like, it really plays with me, like, mentally, like, honestly, because I don't ask people for anything. Like,
it's
I do
a pride
my own thing.
Yeah.
Like, even when I was young, if I wanted to buy something, I'd go in Northampton. There's a shop called Home Bargains. I'll go there, buy my Haribos, buy my however cans of Pepsi and that, and I would sell in school. Like, yeah, man was the seller in school. Like, when it comes to them things, Tango cherries, yeah, all of that.
Real.
Like, I'd get my own. So
it is definitely a pride thing. But I think even with myself, because I was the same when I first started off. I hated having to ask, anyone for anything. I felt like it is definitely, my pride was high. But you have to learn to just drop it, because that's the only way you're gonna progress and get things done.
100%.
Or you can control the situation, like as what you're trying to do.
There are times, like, in life, you're always going to have to ask people for something. You're always going to need something from someone. As much as we like to, we'll be independent, don't get me wrong, and self-substantial, but you will need to ask people, especially if you're in the industry, in the entertainment industry. And
and I would even say too, what do you think of the industry? Like, when it comes to interacting, because I have these conversations too often, because obviously everyone knows what happens in front of the camera and all that kind of stuff, what's out in the open, but no one really gets to see the behind the camera and see really. So what is happening as from an artist point of view, when it comes to artists, when it comes to other managers, when it comes to dealing with things?
It's mad because I think I was naive before I started to kind of make headway, and like, when people always be like, oh, the music industry is snaky or whatever, because I did like, I went to uni for financial economics, and I did like I did an internship in finance, and I've like done some like small corporate things. So like, I know that the corporate world is snaky. So when people are like, oh, the industry is snaky, I'm thinking like, it's just humans, like, in general, like, humans just have snaky tendencies. So whatever they're going to be in, they're going to be snaky. But the thing is, like, in the entertainment industry, is so much more. Like, I don't know if it's because people that do art are like a bit crazy. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what it is.
In what way? Why do you feel that?
I think because, like, when you're on the outside looking in, you think like the industry works on meritocracy, so you just think whoever's the best would rise to the top. But that's not how it works. And like, a lot of people you'll see make certain moves, and you'll be thinking, right, they're going in, but more time it's their management that has the plug. And like, if you're not managed by certain people, you can't get on certain shows and stuff like that.
So much things are happening behind closed doors,
and that's why, like, we try, even with the self-reliance, that's why I use my own YouTube channel. So even sometimes the man I get the views I think something's worth, I can see that I'm building something genuine. So,
because I wanted to say, obviously, just going back to Gwarn Bad, when you dropped it had a really, really good response from what I could see. So how has it been for you since you dropped the track?
I think it's been good because, like, that's my most played song on Spotify. So I remember, like, last year, was it last year or maybe a year and a half, like, I didn't even have like 1,000 plays at all on Spotify. And then I kept dropping songs, and I dropped a song and I got 1,000 in a week, and that was a big thing for me. And then when I dropped Gwarn Bad, they got 5,000 in a week, so that was a big thing. And then they got 10,000 in 2 weeks, and they got 20,000 in 20 days. And then it's still progressing, and it's not far off 50,000. So that's a big milestone.
Doing
for me.
Numbers,
independent too. Let's be honest. Like, you, as you said before, you released it through your own. Everyone's going to Grime Daily, Link Up. You released it by yourself. Literally. It's almost unheard of.
Literally,
and you're still doing well.
So it's doing alright.
So big up your
YouTube
on
numbers
that one.
Could be better, to be honest. But I'm personally, like, compared to some of the old things, it's like, it's done better. But I think different songs work better in different platforms. So the kind of song that it is, I knew it would work better on Spotify than it would on YouTube. Whereas I have other songs that work better on YouTube than Spotify. So
I would even say something is spiritually, your energy reminds me of the way Nipsey would think before. I know it's obviously a time to say it, but the way that you're thinking even independently and making things around to help your craft, I mess with it. It's heavy.
Crazy. And since you have dropped it, has anyone else, because, you know, just relating that back to the industry, has any other artist, anyone kind of shown you, apart from Shauna obviously, any sort of love? Has anyone reached out to you?
I've seen quite a few even just this week. I saw
like, people are showing love. Shouts NSG, I saw them, I performed that Trillery show.
Nice.
And then that was in East, and then I came out and I was walking to my car, and they were just posted up, and we were on a vibe just outside. Shouts them. And then Yeah, do you know? I don't even know their individual names, so it's quite bad. But the guy that's the kind of like somewhat seems like the main guy.
Yeah.
Like he came up to me and he's like, "Yeah, like you're sick. Like I heard your tune with Shauna, rah. Like keep doing your thing." So that was
obviously you dropped a really good video. Well done for you on that.
Yeah. Shouts Capone directing that video.
Yeah, it seemed like you and Shauna had very good chemistry in the video as well.
Yeah, like
the way you portrayed yourselves, you definitely
honestly, she's so cool. Like I don't know if any of you have met her.
Yeah, we had her on. We had her on. Yeah,
you should know her energy. Like she's so cool. Actually, like she's like one of the funniest people I know as well. Like she's mad funny. So. And
let's talk about the video because obviously it was a good story. It was shot of the, like, you know, obviously music videos are supposed to relate to the songs, and it was literally that. Like it was a feel good song, and it's a feel good video. So talk us through that. Who came up with all of that concept?
It was a collaborative effort, definitely. So we had a group chat, me, Shauna, and the director, and we were kind of just going back and forth, and we kind of wanted to get like a Rihanna work kind of vibe mixed with, and there was another reference that we had as well, but I can't remember it. But we just wanted something that was slick, suave, and just matched the song, to be honest. And I feel like it did that. So shouts Capone again.
In the next 5 years, where are you? Ideally.
It's a big question, man. Definitely a lot closer to my goal. I don't know, like I look at things kind of like in a more long-term basis. So I don't know. I know where I can see myself in more like 30 years.
Where do you see yourself in 30 years?
A nice estate.
Sick.
Definitely a lot of businesses that are self-running themselves, and like my friends and family in position.
So. And what about music? Your music?
I don't know. I think more so like long term. To be honest, I think I would probably do music more as like a fun thing.
Okay.
Like I do it because I genuinely love it.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to monetize it if I can, and in the ways I can. But like that's more of like an art, or I don't know, like maybe I'll put music out.
Look at P Diddy, look at Jay-Z.
Ironically, some of the best artists and living life, and then just put out music as it is. But life is really the thing that's pushing them. My favorite artist ever, Amy Winehouse, was really her life that made the music. So
it's true. And obviously, you know, you said that you've had a lot of response from other artists in the industry. So who would you want to collab with next? Or are there any upcoming collaborations? I know you touched on as well off air, Piece of Grime that you dropped.
Shouts. I got
Garage.
I got a song with KAZ coming soon. And then I got me and Chiziko did something recently. I got a tune with Rara. I think that's supposed to drop June the 10th or something like that. So that one there. And then apart from that, it's just mostly solo stuff, to be honest.
And who would you want to collab with?
He don't want to say the name.
No, to be honest, like I'm not really bothered about artists, but like I'd want to collab with producers. So like J5.
Sure.
I could see you on a J5. That was bang.
There's who else? Still Bangles. And who's that producer that produced Stormzy's album? Fraser T. Smith.
Oh yeah.
Like someone like him.
Great producer.
Yeah,
definitely. But artist-wise, I'm not really bothered.
I feel you.
Who are you messing with right now? Who do you listen to?
Like who I listen to? Wait, it's mad. There's no one I really like listen to like that. You know, to be honest. Or if I do, like I'll. Alright, who I listen right now? I've been listening to a lot of JKAZ, old stuff.
Really? Well, it is So Jam Sunday.
Yeah.
So I can imagine.
Yeah,
JKAZ, she said, and the slow jams.
Yeah.
You meant you think you're saying about Jodeci.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
No,
JKAZ
I'm thinking the wrong person.
Listen, she's from Bristol. I mean,
I was just about to ask you where you're from. I was hearing bits about
I like this real content.
I know. Yeah, I'm from Bristol. I'm feeling shy now. I feel embarrassed. I completely got JKAZ.
He's asking you questions.
How long you been out of Bristol?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, am I being interviewed? Okay. Well,
yes.
I have been living here for just over a year now.
Oh,
yeah.
Sick.
So I'm still kind of a newbie.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick. I was in Bristol. No, it was kind of long ago still. But I performed that like they said the carnival was locked off, but they had like a small like. I don't even know what it was. It was like a mini carnival. It was like yeah.
I was at the. How was it?
It was alright. Nah, do you know what? There was like I got it. Nah, there was some issues.
Don't disrespect my city. Nah,
what was the issue?
What was the issues?
It was long, man.
Was it beef?
I didn't say it was good. It was if the reception from the crowd was good, but it was the people behind the stage.
Yeah, like
Where was it? What's the event?
I'm trying to find.
Was it Lakota?
It was somewhere small. Literally, I think it was like the Marcus Garvey or the Malcolm X or something.
Oh, okay,
like
yeah, Malcolm X Centre.
It was outside.
Yeah,
So they had, like, a stage.
yeah. I swear.
Yeah.
I mean, Bristol don't really have that like many good like some of the productions and the arenas and the kind of events that they're definitely a big work in progress. I'll say that. I'll be real on the mic, but
yeah. The people in Bristol were cool, but some
I
of the
definitely
organisers
see
were
you
a bit
doing a
mad.
Bristol show.
Yeah,
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
The crowd will love you, and
Any
the younger
show-
crowd are definitely gonna love you.
They used to have
as
a
well.
carnival. Was it called Saint
Paul's Carnival.
Saint
They
Paul's.
do
I've seen the
have that
videos on
every
that.
year.
It used to look mad,
It
but
was
they locked it
alright.
off for a few years.
Interesting, but let's talk about shows as well.
Yeah.
Something
Any
you've
shows
done
coming
for you.
up?
Yeah, so I got a headline show with my friend Raf.
Sick.
Yeah, this July the 18th. So make sure you
Okay.
roll down to
I'm coming.
Definitely.
Thousand Islands.
Definitely.
Okay, where's the Thousand Island?
It's in Islington.
There we go.
Where's it in done?
What area? What part of London did you live?
East London.
I love these conversations.
No, I ain't
between these
post
two, by the way.
Steve. I had to do it.
Swear
I had
down.
to do it. No, yeah. No, East, yeah. It's
Oh.
not that far, is it?
Well, like kind of near Shoreditch side, because it's close. It's not far from there at all, really. Or is it? You live more deep east. You'd have to say
Deep
where. on it.
East, deep
Oh, okay.
East, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Stratty sides.
Okay.
Streatham, Stratty. I'm really a tourist, isn't it? That this
Yeah,
is a
you are.
conversation for
Yeah,
off air.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no, do you know what? Honestly, as I said, we've said off air. Honestly, you're definitely gonna blow. Like
Yeah. Thank you for
you
that.
definitely are gonna blow. It's so unique because just I can't speak today. You know, I'm going home. Just reiterating a bit from what you were saying about the Afro swing being so popular. Now you're going back and you're doing dancehall, and dancehall's kind of faded out. I personally think it's
Yeah.
not as popular now. Afrobeats is kind of, even though obviously I'm
But
Caribbean,
with a song like this,
so I got to represent the Caribbeans then.
most
But
definitely.
Yeah, it is.
being real, it's kind of died out a bit. You know,
Yeah, I don't know
compared to
why.
Afrobeats.
I don't know. I think maybe it's because Cartel went away, man. Maybe.
He's
Maybe
coming
it's that.
out apparently. Yeah,
But we
obviously
shall
not. Your
see.
manager's like, no, he's
We
not.
shall
Your
see.
manager's like, no, he's
But
not. No,
what
he's
is your
not.
socials too, Mr. Man?
Yeah, make sure you follow me at I am JKAZ. That's on all platforms. So that's IAMJKAZ. That's Indigo,
And where can we see
Alpha,
you
Mother,
next?
Juliet King, Alpha,
Oh,
Zebra.
phonetics, all
Right, you
nice,
done that
know.
before?
You're
Make sure
an
you catch
intelligent
that.
cookie, aren't you? I can tell. Did you go uni?
Yeah. I went Leicester. It was mad.
Oh, and that's why gallery in Leicester studying
Yeah.
man.
All I'm gonna say is there's mad chemistry between you two right now. But anyway,
Oh, do you know what?
LDNRBS,
I always
you're
try to
Gwarn
bring
Bad,
that.
but it's all good.
You gotta
LDNRBS,
run the rhythm. Make some noise for JKAZ.
most definitely,
Thanks for having me.
anytime.